Okay. We all stand for the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. All right. Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Trustee Martin?
Here.
Trustee Altenstein?
Here.
Trustee Sellers?
Here.
Supervisor Sellers?
Here.
Trustee Bender is absent.
All righty. First item on the agenda, the approval of minutes of the July 7th, 2014 Town Board regular meeting. I need a motion and a second.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes for July 7th, 2014.
Might I suggest you move to approve?
Oh, I approve. What did I say?
Accept.
Oh. Approve.
Picky, picky, picky.
Gotta do it right, Mike?
That's right.
So we have Sellers and Altenstein.
Yes.
Approve. Okay. Let me see.
Any discussion?
Yep.
All righty. Voice vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? All right. Next on the agenda is approval of claims and demands and bills payable. I need a motion and a second.
I make a motion to accept the
Approve.
it's hot. Approve the July 7th, bills and demands.
Second.
Motion by Sellers, second by Martin. All righty. Open for discussion.
So when are we gonna see the the people going to Bay Center?
Food pantry? That's not, has nothing to do with this.
Oh, I was just looking at the
Yeah.
bills and I didn't see anything on there, so I just wondered when it was coming
We
up.
got, that's all we got is gas cards, that's all folks is looking for is gas cards and save a lot.
Okay.
Folks ain't even getting their rent paid no more.
I will,
Given the
Well,
choice
rent's first and foremost.
I think it's-
Oh, that's it. Sorry. Yo, I know it is, because nobody is getting their, before we used to have
Rent.
rent. So how are they paying their
no,
rent?
this is the second check run of the month. Rent usually is heavy in the first check run
Oh,
of the month.
okay.
Okay. So they don't pay, they don't do rent, like, they do it at the first of the month when it's due, and then the second check is usually
Right.
other bills and us and things like that. Any other utility bills that are due.
So what are you saying? They get paid twice a month? They only get this once a month?
We do checks twice a
We
month,
do check runs twice.
Oh, so you're doing one half?
like payroll, no.
What?
Let's say your mortgage is due on the first of the month.
Uh-huh.
That's when you're gonna pay it.
Right.
If their rent's due the first part of the month, that's when we pay it.
Mhm.
Okay, so the
Right.
second part of the month, the
Right.
second half of the month, you're not gonna see hardly any rents unless they're new clients.
Mhm.
You're gonna see more utility bills, more Save-A-Lot, more
Yeah, but what
gas
I'm
cards.
still asking is, how are we still getting all the Save-A-Lots and the
Because they're
gas?
putting their grant towards it. You gotta realize something, a lot of our clients that are in housing, they have credit towards their rent and their utilities. So they have the full grant amount to put towards where they wanna put it towards.
It's like in the summertime, don't they do the cooling program, and then in the wintertime, they do the heating
Mm-hmm.
program, so they're gonna have a credit on those bills.
Right, but I'm saying some kind of way there should be, that's just
Mhm.
too much free. Oh my goodness.
I agree.
And then we wonder why people don't wanna work,
Mhm.
we don't make them.
Yes, we do.
I mean, we're not, it's just, It's just too much. Too much free. Wow. We paid a lot of money to save a lot.
Yes, we did.
Are you finding any individuals that are getting, moving from place to place more often?
Yes, we have clients that do a lot of moving
Following around.
from one place to another. They'll leave a place owing the landlord rent. Then the landlord calls us, wants us to pay them that rent for their. We can't do that. We can only pay for the rent where the person is staying.
Right.
So if they left this place and they left the landlord with a $300 rent that they own, the landlord has to go after them through litigation because we can't pay them if they're not staying there. So
Have you ever tracked, and Patrick, I'm just curious, some of those individuals in terms of how they have requested their assistance money? Are those the people that are getting more gas cards and more food vouchers?
yes, I've been tracking them. We have a certain amount of clients that put their entire grant towards food every single month. They do it towards every single month. We saw a lot of it more toward the 4th of July. We'll see more of it towards Labor Day. So those are the clients that I'm looking at putting to work. The ones who are able to work, they're going to work. And we've been putting them to work more. We had a client just this past last week, who one of these clients that put all their money towards food, and he had a community working training thing he didn't show up for, so he's terminated. So for 90 days, you won't
You
see,
keep that money.
you need to keep that money.
Yeah.
So we're getting more and more sponsor sites, more and more people wanting our clients to do things for them, so we're gonna put them to work even more.
Well, at least we know what they're, you know, actually doing something in
Yep.
the community to
Yep.
get the money, but it just seems like,
I know.
It just seems like, shelter would be a priority.
Mhm.
I think so.
Not in their eyes.
Well,
They're not even worried about whether they have a job.
I know that's true, but somehow the guidance that they would get in doing their shelter thing first before, so that they didn't leave the
We-
landlords high and
And how do you
dry.
keep
We-
moving?
We provide that guidance for them,
Uh-huh.
but when it's all said and done, the law clearly states it's their decision where they want to put the money. We can poke and prod and do all that we want to do, but it's their decision where they want to place it. We have budgeting classes and everything showing them you need to take care of your rent first, this next, down the line. Okay, it's okay in here,
Yeah.
but when it's come time to put their money towards their grant, I want it all towards this. I want it all towards that. But then you have ones who put it all towards one thing, and then something is missing. They come back and want more. We don't give more.
Right.
No, of course not, but still.
So
Yeah.
It just seems like there's more
Mhm.
chance of them, selling these, or buying food for somebody else and getting reimbursed and from somebody, and
you know,
But I'm
That-
saying they've been
that-
doing it for years.
that's true. I mean, and it's
not
and it,
as extensively.
Not
I
like
mean,
this.
and it's happening, and it's happening here. It's happening at DHS.
Right.
We go. You go on Facebook and check their Facebook pages. I have link for sale. People are saying that it's all on Facebook.
yeah.
So
Oh,
not only are they doing it here, they're doing it at every.
Every
Every turn of the
that
wheel.
should be
It's illegal.
felony.
It is.
It is a felony if
Yes.
they get caught,
Yeah.
if they'll be prosecuted, but unfortunately, you have to have a state's attorney willing to do that.
So
Oh, they've been doing it for years.
so that's the thing we
To the
can.
extent that it's going on now.
It
They're
didn't,
getting more and more
it
clever.
didn't used to be, rent was first and
Mhm.
foremost, that's how we did it.
Mhm.
And then utilities,
Mhm.
and then if something was left over, they got a food personal.
Mhm.
So I'd say maybe the last 3 years, it might have gone on like that, but before that,
Well,
You
we
always
always
wanted a roof
felt
over your
that they had more opportunity to get food from various pantries in the city,
Right.
so that, allowing them to have, use their money for food just didn't seem to be as reasonable.
What it boils down to is we can't dictate where they place it.
it's their legal right.
It's their legal right. Now, when we were doing MSE, which we should have been doing to begin with,
Shelter, yeah.
should have been doing to begin with, you were more stringent. You could do this, and you can't do that. If a client had gotten wise up on it, we could have got sued big time. So that's
Yeah, I know, sometimes the laws are,
yes.
I'm not in our favor.
No. But that's when,
That's why you have elected officials.
and that's why we have things to where TOI sends us stuff to where if we want to see something change, we can write it down and send it back to them, and then they'll try towards litigation to get it changed if legislation to get it changed if they can. But
somehow that brilliance down there is.
And they're in Washington too.
Yeah,
Up, over, and out.
I understand. Okay, sorry to.
No, thank you. Good question. All righty.
We'll call the roll.
Yeah, Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Okay. Martin.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Aldensee.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Alrighty. Next on the agenda is the supervisor's report. I have some things to hand out to the board. This is the expenditure of the budget report. Okay. You're welcome. Okay. You can have
I'll look at
this one, because I have an extra one. We owe another $3,000 for the audit expense.
Mhm.
And then we'll be done there.
When does that do?
Oh, boy. I think it's going to be due when they finish the audit. And I don't know when that's going to be. Hopefully soon.
Yeah, because usually we get the audit reports in August,
Okay.
so hopefully they'll be done. Maybe not the first meeting, but at least by the second meeting, we've usually had them.
Any questions on it?
Clothing is kind of.
Yes, it is. It's food.
Clothing, food
Food
comes
and
under clothing?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Food.
food, oh, I'm sorry, you're
Mhm.
right, food, personal
Yep.
clothing. And we're high on job search. Whew.
Now, that's the Illinois Extension Office. We gave them the $6,500 grant to do our slow cooking class, container gardening class, diabetic support class.
Mhm.
We gave them, so that's
Our
it.
clients will be doing
Uh-huh.
something.
When did they get that?
Well, they got that, wow. About a month and a half ago, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't remember that.
The University of Illinois Extension.
Yeah, because we talked about it.
I think it
Mhm.
might have been a couple of months.
Yeah, University of Illinois Extension Office. And we've done that with them for a long time.
Okay, and that 7,000 reflects what we purchased in, tickets and gas cards,
Yes.
taxi tickets and gas cards? Okay.
What I'm going to hand out next, you guys can keep looking. I'm handing out the settlement sheet from the
Oh, from
Stevenson
the
County?
clerk?
from,
Some heavy paper.
and that one right there. Oh, I'm sorry.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Here it is.
Is this mine or yours?
You can have it. I mean,
So on the back taxes, that's 8,000, that's not bad. So we've had all our distributions now?
no, we got another one coming. I think in September.
September.
Okay.
So just like how you split the
Tax bill.
taxes up.
You're probably, your last, you get your last settlement probably in October, reflecting everything that's done. It's kind of interesting that your adjustment detail, it's going back to 2012,
Yeah.
so they're behind on the 25% pass-through on the tip.
On the tips, yes.
How interesting is that?
A pilot,
Yeah,
payment in lieu of tax, pilot.
yeah.
And usually, that tip is usually only associated with the housing authority, but they're using it for the tip payments too.
So we don't have last year's yet.
So is that a good thing?
Yeah, except it's a little slow in getting it to us, I think.
Yeah, for that 2012.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure, we're knocking 15 on the door.
What does
Well-
that usually amount to, Cindy?
I don't know.
4,000 or 5,000?
I have no idea. When it comes to the tip, that's handled by whoever's in charge and somebody in the city.
Well, at least we know we got money in the bank.
The $1,530 from the housing authority, that's a payment in lieu of taxes. Since they're federally funded, federally created, they don't pay real estate taxes, but they make a payment. They call it a pilot payment, instead of paying real estate taxes, because they have millions and millions of dollars worth of property. And that was a compromise to make people not angry at housing authorities by having all that property and not paying any real estate taxes.
Okay.
$1,530.
That's not a lot.
That's not really a lot.
But that's only a portion, we only get a portion of what they pay.
Well, they don't pay that much.
Yeah, I was just gonna say.
Nothing in comparison to what what they would if they were
Well, of
private.
course, but again, we only get 1,530,
Right.
but that's whatever they pay, we're not the only ones that
No,
get.
absolutely not. It's just that anybody who would have gotten real estate taxes.
Yes, okay.
All
Will
gets
get
a
a
pilot.
portion.
Yes, exactly.
What I'm handing out next is a letter from the VACSC letting us know that effective August 1st that they will no longer require us to do their casework for them. Here, man. Did you get a copy of this?
I did.
Okay.
Do you want this back?
No, you can keep that. I think I have another copy of it. What I'm handing out next.
Oh, you got a lot of handouts.
This is
huh?
just information.
Yes, it's
There's
information.
No action.
No,
required.
it's information. What I'm handing out next is one of the goal sheets that we have for our clients during orientation. I want you guys to take a read at that, and then tell me what you think.
Isn't it old?
Yeah, it's goal sheets. We have goal sheets for clients during orientation, client orientation. Yeah. Uh-huh.
What?
By 48 farms, you wanted to get.
And on top of that, Trustee Martin, I called him in. No, I called him in to speak to him about his goals. I want to talk to him about it. And he said he expects for the taxpayers to buy his 40-acre farm. That's his expectations. And he said, well, I would pay property taxes back to
Didn't spell right,
township.
right?
But no, what I told him, I said, there are no farms inside of Freeport Township. There are no farms inside of Freeport Township.
Right.
So how are you gonna pay property taxes back to Freeport Township if you have a farm? Oh, there's farms out towards Cedarville. Well, that's what, Harlem
Harlem Township.
Township. So,
Used to be Jerry Water.
yeah, so,
Was this kind of an extreme example though, Pat? That
No.
You didn't get standard requests like this, did you?
I got some requests, more than just this one. I had quite a
That were
few
weird.
outlandish requests. One person said they should get $100 a week for gas on top of their grant. And if they are married, that he should get one, his wife should get one too.
Wow.
And then the one that made me call him in to speak with him was to go back to the old way. And I want to know what the old way was. But we didn't have to do anything. Have to do
Oh,
anything.
yeah, they were.
That's-
They-
Yeah. So
Now, is this fellow doing the community work and training?
yes, he is.
Okay.
And he absolutely hates the work and training program. Yeah.
I mean, she'd want to go to the school program.
So, and people should get more for gas if they have a V8 vehicle.
Wow.
Well, if they can afford insurance and
Yeah.
gas
They can
for the
afford a
vehicle.
V8 vehicle.
Yeah, right.
But I
And
thought,
stop changing things.
yeah, the stop changing
And stop
things.
changing things.
I thought, really? There you go.
So
Oh,
that's
They
all.
They never got more money for gas. They never, they had to work if they were capable.
mm.
Well, I don't know where this comes from.
I don't know.
Buy a 40-acre farm. I mean, he didn't say maybe like a 3-acre. Or
No.
just 1 acre.
No.
1 acre. He said 40. Wow.
He's at a 40-acre farm, and he thinks that the taxpayer should buy it for him. And that's just what I did.
How old is this fellow?
Yes.
I'm just a round figure, I'm just curious.
He's younger than me, and I'm 42. He's younger
Is
than
that
me.
all you are?
Just
I had to throw that one in there. He opened the door. So I had to jump in. Okay. And that was on tape. Okay.
Yeah, that was on tape. Thank you very much.
Just a quick question.
Can you see?
Freeport Township recipient goals. Does this get filled out like before they determine where the grant money's gonna go? Or is this just something that is in here that?
All of these clients that we've gone through now are clients that have been with Township. These clients have been with
These
us.
are all older.
Yes, these are
township.
old Township clients. We're going to start the new Township clients next week with orientation. We went back through all the old ones first to do orientation. Now we start with the new ones next week.
So this is part of orientation,
Uh-huh.
and you were just kind of playing catch-up with
Yes.
the older clients?
hmm
This must have
Now,
been an older client.
He was made to fill out a new goal sheet
Mhm.
because this is not going to cut it.
Right.
So
So are they really taking it seriously?
yes,
You know, to see that,
Yes.
that this is to really help them.
we've had clients give us some great suggestions
Mhm.
out of this. I mean, if you want to know how to help, ask people, what they're in need of. Driver's license, IDs,
GEDs.
GEDs,
Mhm.
just somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
We have clients come in and just talk us to death.
Uh-huh.
Seriously, they come right in and they just talk and talk. Don't have anybody to talk to. So, we
Sounding board.
we're sounding board, and we also take their ideas and take them seriously. If it's a good idea, we come together and we talk about it.
Do you have mentors, Pat? Do you have any kind of mentors that, could guide and help individuals understand, get to work on time, this,
You-
that?
That's the program we had. I was a mentor, but
Yeah.
that was,
Well, I was thinking back to when
Patricia's.
Pat Steele was here, and
Right.
they had a lot of mentors.
I don't think we have enough staff. I mean,
No,
the
she had volunteers.
caseworks, but
Yeah, I used to do them on
When-
lunch hour.
that's a good question. People talk to me all the time about teaching soft skills, to clients.
Soft.
Skills about showing up on time,
Yeah,
all that.
yeah.
And I'm a firm believer in experience teaches soft skills. Not out of the book and not out of a lecture. Show up on time for community work and training. If you don't, there's consequences. If a person doesn't show up to their job on time or do a no-call, no-show, they run risk of being terminated. So we're dealing with adults here. We have to hold them to a higher standard. And that's what we're doing.
Maybe grow up caring about school, maybe
I know.
grow up caring about
I know.
listening to their parents, they
I know.
grow up caring about listening to any authority.
But if we are going to emulate the real world, we have to do
We
it.
have to.
And believe you me, it's real tough some days. Trust me, I do not enjoy terminating people at all. It's not something I like to do. But then I talk to my supervisor casework, and he tells me this: you don't terminate people; they terminate themselves.
Right,
And that's true.
right.
And that's
You're
true.
right, and he is totally right.
So, well, that's all for me.
Can we maybe one time get with the goals, if see a good one?
Absolutely.
Somebody that's more encouraging. I'd like to see that.
Were you more pleased with his second attempt at his goal sheet?
I haven't gotten it yet.
Oh, okay. I'm just curious how he might have modified it. If if you get it, just see
maybe.
if you can remember to
And
bring
bring
it
it
next
in.
time. I just want to see the contrast
I really
of reality here.
got a kick out of this one right here, because this showed his true feelings.
Yeah.
Now, I don't want him to put down what I think he should put down. Put your true feelings down, because this shows us his true feelings. So, I will get yes. Yes, thank you, Trustee Martin. Your question about the food pantry.
Oh, yeah.
That idea is gone. It's not going to work. No, it's not going to work. The food bank has a clause in it, in their contract, states that you can't do that. And so I don't want.
So you can't accept money.
You can't do any of that. No bartering, no anything. So, thank goodness Trustee Bender brought that to our attention. I'm glad she did. And I got confirmation from the food bank. They called me, and I'm glad they did. So, it's a good idea, but it didn't work for us.
Well, there's food pantries elsewhere in other townships
Yes, there are.
that are making it work, and the townships have food pantries. So
Well,
I think that's
townships have food
something,
pantries,
I think
I
that's
know.
something we seriously
We should look into.
at.
Yeah, we
Absolutely.
should look at it, because I tell you,
Yeah.
when I see this, it just
Yeah, I agree.
it just, it's like, you're just getting over, and that's what I just don't like that.
So-
I don't mind helping nobody and giving, but when
There's
you
only
just
2
misuse
people in
and
my
abuse.
household plus a dog, and I don't spend,
Right.
$200 for a link card, and then another $200 for Freeport Township.
Right.
I don't spend that much.
And then going to the
Both
food
of us.
pantries.
And picking
And then
up
going
to
groceries
food pantries.
every week.
Mhm.
You're not talking
So-
They eat better than I do.
I'm sure.
So, that might
Because
be the
they're
way
not,
for us
they're
to.
not limited to what they can get. They can get a case of ribs if they, they can get a case of ribs if they want to.
Mhm.
See, that's
Can
like
you
$6.
get in touch with other townships that have been successful in doing something like
Absolutely.
this?
Absolutely.
And try to find out what
What they did and how they did it.
How
Mhm.
they did it.
I know Palatine Township, Rich Township, Grafton Township. We have quite a few townships that have food pantries. So, believe you me, I'm going to get a hold of them. See how they did it, and what they had to go through to do it.
Oh, I think it's something we should have.
Yep, I agree. All right, next on the agenda is the assessor's report.
Mine's easy, nothing.
Oh,
Oh.
wow.
Okay, wow.
Oh, yeah.
All righty, trustees report.
I have everything today.
Okay. Public comments.
Good evening.
Good
Good
evening.
evening.
Martin Michelowitz, Superintendent for the Veterans Assistance Commission of Stevenson County. You received a copy of the letter, and that's been in the works for a while. Our goal for a long time has been for us to do our own casework. And with the beginning of our fiscal year in July 1st, actually, we didn't get the letter out as soon as we had hoped, but we've got a full-time administrative assistant now, so I'll be able to do the casework. Yeah. But just wanted to express the VAC's appreciation to the township for the 7+ years that they've been helping with our casework. I've always gotten excellent support from the township for the casework that we've done. The beginning of our VAC back in 2007 wouldn't have been as successful if it hadn't been for the support of the township. And just wanted to thank you for that.
You're welcome. And I would like to say, if you get in a jam, there's always back here. So,
You better believe it.
so come on back and talk to her.
stuff.
She knows it.
Yes,
So,
yes, yes.
all right.
Yeah, thank you.
Other. No? All right, let me get ready for this one. Next on the agenda, executive session to discuss A, the purchase or lease of real property for the use of the public body, including meetings held for the purpose of discussing whether a particular parcel should be acquired as authorized by 5 ILCS 120/2C5, and B, litigation when an action against affecting on or on behalf of the particular public body has been filed and is pending before a court or administrative tribunal as authorized by 5 ILCS 120/2C11. I need a motion in a second.
I don't want to chat with that.
Just somebody
You gotta say all of that?
Just say.
No.
Oh, okay.
Just say
I moved to an executive session for the reasons
I
stated on the
moved.
agenda.
So moved to executive
So
session.
moved.
I second.
All righty. And the roll call vote, right?
Okay.
Trustee Martin.
Aye.
Sellers.
Aye.
Altonsi. Aye. Sellers.
Aye. We are now,
My watch was 6:05.
Yep,
but it's usually
6:05.
now 6:35 at her watch, I would guess.
Yep.
And we're back in public session.
yes. The only thing left on the agenda is adjournment until August 4th of 2014. I need a motion and a second.
So moved.
Second.
Motion by Martin, second by Sellers. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed?
Too
Meeting
bad.
adjourned.
You